students, welcome back to commercial arithmetic class. So in previous classes we had started with studying nominal and effective rate of interest. So we'll continue with the problems. So the 30th problem is, in how many years will rupees 7,200 amount to rupees 10,000 at 5% per annum added quarterly? So in this question, principal is 7,200, amount is 10,000, small r, that is rate is 5%, and we have to find out the period, that is small n, and it is given, it is compounded quarterly. So here r will be, that is capital R is small r by 4, which is 5 by 4, that is equal to 1.25 per period, and capital N will be n into 4. So we don't know what is this n, so that is what we have to find out. So it is 4n period. Now we will substitute in the formula of A, that is amount, and we will find out n. So it is 10,000 equal to 7,200 into 1 plus 1.25 by 100 whole raised to 4n. So this will go to the denominator. It will be 10,000 by 7,200 equal to 1.0125 whole raised to 4n. So this is 1.3889 equal to 1.0125 whole raised to 4n. Now the one thing you can do is type 1.0125 in your calculator, plus into and press into. I'll come again. First type 1.0125 in your calculator and then press into symbol, and then keep pressing equal to time, but you have to keep count of how many times you are pressing that equal to symbol, and you have to press until you will get 1.3889. So you will get it once you press equal to symbol 25 times. So 1 is this into symbol you are pressing, so add that 1. So when you type 26 times, you will get 1.0125 whole raised to 26 as 1.3889. So that is how you find out in your simple calculators, or else the easiest method is to find log. So this will be log of 1.3889 equal to 4n into log of 1.025. So using logarithm table, find the values. So you will get 4n as 26. In both the cases you can see we get 4n as 26. Therefore 26 by 4 is equal to n, which is 6.5. Therefore the period is 6.5 years or 6.5 years. So I'll repeat that shortcut once again. So suppose they have asked 1.0125 whole raised to 3. Then what we will do in our calculators, first type 1.0125, then press into, and then press equal to time, equal to symbol 2 times. Then you would get 1.0125 into 1.0125 into 1.025 answer. So in the power you have 3. So you have to press 3 buttons, that is 1 is into and 2 times equal to symbol. Suppose in the power you had 5, then press into, then equal to sign you have to press 4 times. So similarly, the same rule we are finding to find out this n. What we have to do, type 1.0125, then press into, and then keep on pressing equal to sign till you get this answer or approximately this answer. So once you get that answer, stop that. So keep a count of how many times equal to sign you are pressing. For that add 1. So this will be 25 times you have to press equal to sign, and 1 for this into mark. So 1.105 whole raised to 26 gives you the answer. So the next question is, at what rate will rupees 500 amount to rupees 800 in 10 years added quarterly? So in this question, r is unknown, and P is 500, amount is 800, small n is 10. We have to find out small r, and again compounded, it is compounded quarterly. So R will be, capital R will be R by 4, capital N is N into 4, that is 10 into 4, which is 40 period. So we will substitute the given terms in the formula of amount. So it will be 800 equal to 500 into 1 plus R by 4 whole divided by 100 whole raised to 40. So this will go to the denominator. It will be 800 by 500 equal to 1 plus R by 400 whole raised to 40. So it is R by 4 whole divided by 100. So which is nothing but R by 4 into 1 by 100. So it is R by 400. This is how you get R by 400. So this is 1.6 equal to 1 plus 0.0025 R whole raised to 40. So 1 by 400 is 0.0025 R. So these problems are same like that we had found out rate of interest or the period unknown in earlier cases, but the only difference here is it is given either it is compounded quarterly or monthly or yearly. Procedure remains the same, that is procedure of calculation. So now you want this R, but there is a power 40. So in the left hand side what we have to do, we have to divide it by 1 by 40. Suppose it was 2, then here you should take 1 divided by 2, that is square root. Now here it is 40th root of 1.6. So again you can use the logarithm, so it will be 1 by 40 into log of 1.6. so x log x equal to this. Solve for x, you will get the answer. This is explained in previous problems, or else again you can go for shortcut method, that is press 1.6 and then you have to press root symbol 12 times. Then for the answer you have to subtract 1 and then multiply into 1 by 40, you find it out whatever this value is, then add 1 and then press into and equal to sign 12 times. You will get the answer as 1.0118. So 1.0118 equal to 1 plus 0.0025R. So this one will go to this hand side, it will be subtraction. So you will get 0.118 equal to 0.0025R. We want this R, so this term will go to denominator. Therefore R is 4.7% per annum. So these calculations I am not explaining because I have explained earlier how to find out powers. So the next problem is, what is the effective rate of interest at 9% per annum payable monthly? So here they have not given principal amount, they have not given small n, that is period, they have not given amount, they have just mentioned the rate of interest, and you have to find out effective rate of interest, and it is compounded monthly. So we will assume the principal to be 100. Assuming principal has to be 100 will be always easy for calculations, and let us take n as 1 year. So we will see for 1 year what will be the effective rate of interest. So it is a general thing to do. So P is 100, N is 1 year, that is we are assuming. Then the capital R will be small r by 12. Why 12? Because we are taking monthly. So small r is given as 9, so it is 9 by 12, which is 0.75 per period. And capital N will be N into 12, so it is 1 into 12, that is 12 period. Now we will substitute everything in the formula of amount. So which will be 100 into 1 plus 0.75 by 100 whole raised to 12. So it is 100 into 1.0075 whole raised to 12. So you will get 100 into 1.0938. Therefore amount is 109.3807. Now we will find compound interest, which is amount minus principal. So we will get 9.38067. So So this is our effective rate of interest which is payable monthly, that is 9.38% per annum, and our nominal rate is 9, which is given in the question. So a similar problem here, you have to find out what is the effective rate of interest at 10% per annum payable quarterly. There it was monthly, here they have given quarterly. So again we will assume P as 100, small n as 1, and R is given 10%. Therefore capital R will be R by 4 or 10 by 4, which is 0.25 per period, and capital N will be 4 period. So substitute in the formula, find the amount, then find compound interest. Therefore whatever interest you get, that is your effective rate of interest, which is 10.38%, and nominal rate is 10%, which is given. So the 34th problem is, what is the effective rate of interest at 6 and 2 by 3% per annum payable half yearly? So the same procedure again, P we'll assume it as 100, N as 1. So you can assume P as 10, 1000, anything, you will get the same answer. And N as 1 year, rate is 6 and 2 by 3. So convert it, it will be 18 plus 2, which is 20 by 3 or 6.666, so on. So capital R will be small r by 2 because half yearly is given. So it is 6.667 divided by 2, which is 3.333 per period, and capital N is 2 period. So solve for amount, find out compound interest, you will get it as 6.77. So that is your effective rate of interest, and nominal rate of interest is 6.667. So you can see always effective rate is more than the nominal rate of interest. So in the next class we will solve one more problem of this type, and then we will start with depreciation. So go through these problems and keep solving logarithms as well as shortcut, try both. In the next class we will again solve some problems. Thank you.